Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. So in this video, I'll go over Lab 4 solution, which is part of Unit 4. And for this particular unit, you have two submissions for the lab. The first one is theory upload and the second one is the practical upload. For the theory upload, you need to answer the 6 questions that are present under theory questions heading. And you can write them in the same document or write them in a different document or in a notepad file, whichever way you prefer, but you need to answer these 6 questions and then upload them on the theory upload link on Moodle and then move on to the practical tasks. In this video, I'll just cover the practical tasks. The theory questions, you can Google them or go through the slides and find the answers for them. Okay, so for this particular task, the first one is that you need to use appropriate command to view the current attributes of the files in your home directory and then redirect this output to a file named lab4q1.txt. Now, when you want to view the files in your directory, you should know that we use ls for that, right? When you use ls, it's going to show the name of the files in your directory. But what exactly do you want to see? You want to see the attributes also of the files. Now, attributes are permissions, size of the file, owner of the file, date it was created or modified, the details of the files. That is what we're looking for. So for that, we have something called -l, right? ls minus l. That will give you all the details. So for each of the file and for each of the directories, you'll be able to see the permissions, the owners, the time, all of that. But for this particular question, you have to redirect this output to a file called lab4_q1.txt. Okay, because it says redirect the output to a file named lab4q1.txt. So for redirecting, you use this angle bracket here and then just name of the file. Enter. Okay. Now it says try to view the etc/yum.config file. Now, okay, if you try to write it this way, more etc/yum.conf, it will say that there is no such file. Okay, why? Because you're saying, I've noticed a lot of students make this mistake during the class, during the lab class. So that's why I'm clarifying it here, that this particular, whenever a path in the question is starting from slash, you need to write it as it is given in the question. So here it's /etc/yum.conf. Write it the same way. Okay, so if you write it this way, then you can view the file. How do we view? Using the more command. What's the difference between writing the slash and not writing it? This will start from the root folder. So it's starting from the root folder and going to etc. If you don't write the slash, it is trying to find etc directory within your directory, which you don't have any. So that's why it's telling you that there is no such file or directory. So the way the path is given to you in the question, you need to write it the same way. Do not change anything from that. Okay. Now, this particular file is basically used for managing the software and updates on the server, sorry, on the operating system. Okay. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, the third section in this question, it says create a copy, and this is the copy that you should create of the file. This is the file in the same directory and using vi edit lab. Okay, let's do the first part. You're supposed to create a copy. We know that for copy, we are supposed to use the command cp. Okay, and then the original file will come first. Which file are you trying to copy? We're trying to copy this file here, right? So /etc/yum.conf and then space, and then whatever file you're trying to whatever is the new file you're trying to create. Okay, so here it's /etc/yum.conf_copy. That's what you need to write. So exactly follow what's written there. Don't remove a slash or don't add a slash unnecessarily. Okay, so /etc/yum.conf_copy. Okay, now it will give you an error, which is basically that you cannot create a copy of this file because you have no permission, or because the permission is denied for you. Why is that the case? What you're trying to do is you're trying to copy the file from etc directory and create the new file within the etc directory. You don't have any permissions on the etc directory. You only have permissions on your directory, the one that is under the home folder. So if I can show it to you here, and I think that will make more sense. So ls-l. So here, this is the home directory. Okay, in this home directory, you have all the user accounts. I mean, all the user directories. So even your directory, which is A, and then whatever your student ID is under the home directory. That is where you have permission to do, whatever you want to do within your folder. But you're trying to copy and create a file within the etc directory. Okay, that you cannot do because you don't have permissions on that. Okay, that's the reason why you're not able to. You only have permissions, just remember, you only have permissions in your directory under the home directory, and then anything that you try to do anywhere else, you don't have permission. So you can view everything, but you cannot create, or you cannot delete or whatever. You can't make any changes. Okay, so that's done. So now if I want to go back, I noticed that some of you, you changed your directories and you didn't know how to go back to your home directory. So how can you go back? If you are at any other place and you want to go back to your home directory, you can just write cd and then the wave symbol, which is next to the number 1 on your keyboard on the top left. Okay, cd and wave. This means you're right now in your home directory. If you want to check if you are in the home directory, you can just use pwd, and it will show you if you are in your home directory. Okay, so let me clear this now. Okay, let me try to run the command again so we get the output. Now, using vi, you have to edit the file that you created here. So you created a file here, right? You have to edit that file and add one line at the end of the text explaining the output of question 1c. Okay, I thought it was just to paste the output. Anyway, so you have to use vi lab 4 q1. It already has all of this. So you have to go to the end of the file, right? So you will press Shift and then G, and it takes you to the last line, and you press Insert to start typing, and then you have to explain why you got that result. So I could not create a copy of yum.conf in the etc directory because I do not have the permission to do so, or something like that. Okay, I do not have the permission on the directory to do so. Or you can explain it however way you want to explain it. Okay. Now I want to save this, so I'll press escape, :WQ, and then what else? I have to create a copy of the same file. I want to create the same file, but this time I want to create it within my home directory. Okay, so cp, I want to create the copy for etc yum.conf, the file that they want. See, here it says create a copy of, right? So whatever is after of, that's the thing that you will write first, and then whatever is mentioned next will be the next text that you need to write. So here you have to create it in your own folder. So I am in my own folder already, so I can just write the name of the new file, which is yum.conf. Okay, so yum.conf_copy. Okay, now ls -l, and now I can see that I have the copy. Okay, now the output of 1a and 1c should be placed in a file. Okay, we already have that. Now the next one, file ownership. Before attempting, okay, this is something you should do in groups if you want to. If not, you can even practice without a group, that's fine. What you're supposed to do first is create a file called my_user_id_file.txt in your home directory. Okay, so touch. Okay, you can either create the file using touch, or you can just write echo your name to what was the name? My underscore, what is my ID? Whatever your ID is. So 20xxxxxxx dot file underscore file dot txt. Okay. Now if I try to view the file, it has my name in it. So echo will create the file, will create this file because this file doesn't exist already. You could either use touch and then use echo to append to that file. Anyway, check to see if you can view the file contents of the other person in your group. Explain why there is such a result. Try the answer to 2b in a text file. Oh, sorry, type the answer to 2b in a text file called lab4_q2.txt. Use echo or vi. Okay, so here I created a file, my_20xxxxx_file.txt, right? Now, I know that I've created this file so I can view it, right? But if there is another student who has created a similar file for this question, we want to see if we will be able to view that or not. So for that, I will try to go to the home folder, okay? And then using ls, I'll pick a random ID. Let's say I will pick this one. Okay, so cd or ls, because I don't know what they named it, right? I don't know what file did they name there. So if I try to ls/home/their directory to find out, I can see that I'm not able to open the directory because I don't have the permission to do so. I don't have the permission to open this directory. And I can see that using ls-l, that on all of these folders, all of these, directories for that have a and then student ID, the owner has all the permissions, but none of the other groups. The group doesn't have any permission, and others also don't have any permission. So that's why we cannot access this directory. Okay. So that's what you need to write in the file for Q2. So I'll go back to my home, which is cd wave, and then I will create vi lab for q2.txt. Okay, and then here I will type for 2. Oh, when you want to insert, you have to write I, and then 2b is I was not able to view the file contents of the other person in the group because I do not have any permission on any permissions on their home directory to be able to view the file. Okay, or you can explain it the way you want to. It's up to you. Okay, escape :wq. What just happened? I think it wrote it twice. Lab 4 q2.txt. Okay, it wrote it twice. Anyway, I'll change it later. So now move this file to the home/shared files directory. Okay, so this file, the one I just created before, where I wrote my name, I need to move it to home shared files. So move the file name, which is my, to, so which file are you moving? Then okay, so the first thing you write is mv, which is the move command, and then which file are you moving and where you're moving it to. So I'm trying to move it to home and then shared files. Okay, I hope. Okay, let's see. Okay, so now if I do ls on home and then shared files, or ls minus l, I think that would be better. ls minus l. What happened? Okay, so here, this is my file that I just created. Okay, it shows who's the owner as well. So this is the file I created. Oh, sorry, not created. This is the file I moved to the folder. Now check to see if you can view the file contents of the other person in your group. Explain why there is such a result, and provide a detailed answer describing permissions of directories and files involved. Add the answer to 2D in the file named. Okay, so now I'll try to pick any file. Let's say more, and then my A2020028888 underscore file two zero. Okay, my bad. Sorry, I have to write it this way. So more / home / shared files. Don't know why it's lagging. Shared files / home shared files 202.002.888 _ Okay, what is happening? More lab 4 Q1. Okay, I'm not sure what happened. Anyway, I'll just move to that folder. Then more my and okay, ls minus l more my underscore a 202.200.00001 underscore file dot txt, and it shows me the text within the file. Okay, so here, what was the file name? Okay, this file, I am able to read it. The reason I'm able to see the content is because I have the read permission on the file. Okay, that's the reason I'm able to view the content. Now, if I go back to my home directory and do ls slash home, ls actually minus l slash home, you can see that I also have the permissions on the shared files folder. Okay. See, if you don't have permissions on the folder, or you don't have permission on the directory, let's say I have there is this shared folders, shared files directory, right? If you don't have the execute permission on the what's it called, on the directory, then you cannot cd into the directory. You cannot go into the directory. You cannot see anything in the directory. Okay, you need to have the execute permission to go into the directory and to be able to see. Okay, and since it belongs to the student group, and you have the permission execute on the group permissions, then that is the reason you're able to go into the directory, and that you're able to view the file, and also you're able to view cd into it. Okay, so that's the explanation you need to write. So if I write vi lab for q2.txt and I remove this, so for 2D, the answer is I am, or I was able to view the file content of the other person in the group because I have the read permission on the file and I have the execute permission on the directory shared files, which allows me to cd into the directory. It could be anything. You can even just write, because I have read permission on the file, I'm able to read it, and because I have execute permission on the directory, I'm able to go into the file, go into the folder and view the files. But if you didn't have execute permission, I think I forgot to mention this in class, but if you don't have execute permission on the directory, then you cannot go inside the directory and see any of the files. Okay, so having the permission on the directory is also important. Add the answer to 2D in a file. Okay, we just did that. And now escape, :WQ. Okay, clear. Okay, now third one. Both members of the group should create a file called my user ID read only in home shared directory. Add your username, sorry, add your first name to the file using echo and append. Okay. And make sure you can view the content of your group members file. What permission? Okay. The first thing is you need to create the file. So it would be my 2 0 underscore read only underscore file dot txt. So I've done that, and then you have to, oh, my bad. Okay, this is wrong. Let me remove the file. Okay. I'm supposed to create this file in the home shared files folder. Okay, so it should be something like this: echo my name and then /home /shared files /. Okay, now if I do ls -l /home /shared files, read only, where is read only? Okay, this one. This is the file that I created. Okay, now add your first name to the file. We did that. Make sure the contents are readable for your group members. What are the permissions for this file? The permission is read for the read and write for the group, and then read only for others. So because it's read, the other person in your group will be able to view your file. Okay, they'll be able to see the file, but they will not be able to edit it. Okay, so the second part is check to see if you can edit the file contents of the read-only file of the other person in the group. Explain why there is such a result. Okay, so I'll pick the same file. Not the same file actually. I'll pick, let's say, this file here. Okay. And then I will try to use VI on this and try to edit it. Okay. So if I press I, okay, I'm able to write on this, and I think the student didn't make it just read. But anyway, let's see another one. Okay, I'll pick this one here and write VI on it. Okay, and then insert again. I don't know why I am able to write, but for you, you will not be able to write it. Maybe because I belong to a different group. I am able to write it, but for you, I think. Yeah, I think you will not be able to write it. So what is going to happen here in the question is that you will not be able to write, you will not be able to edit the file because it is read only, I think. Wait, I don't want to. Yeah, I think for you, you'll not be able to. 1 second. Yeah, for you, I think you'll not be able to edit those files because you will not have the permission to do so. And that is because you don't have the write permission, you only have the read permission. So here you will create, or you can just write vi lab for q3.txt, and you can say that I was not able to edit the file of the group member because I do not have the right permission on the file to do so. Okay, so that is done. That question is done. Now modify the permissions of the file, read-only file, so that other member of your group can edit the file content. So do so by modifying the minimum number of permissions. Write the command you use to modify the permissions of the file along with an explanation of the command in, okay. The command would be chmod 7 for all the permissions for you, then read and write for the group. So read is 4 and write is 2. That makes it 6. So 6 for the group and read only for the others, because all the students belong to the student group, right? So for you to be able to edit someone else's what's it called, edit someone else's file, you can do so by being in their group. So chmod 764 and then the name of the file, so it's in home shared files, my 20 read only file. Okay, and then if I do ls minus l slash home slash shared files, yeah, this is the file. Now people can read and write in the group and then only read in the others. Okay, and okay, you need to do the vi for this, lab for q3, and then insert 3c I, oh, the command, right? chmod 764 and then my under, sorry, not my, it's slash home slash shared files slash my underscore 20 underscore read only underscore file. This is such a big name. .txt. This is the command that we used. And what are we supposed to do with an explanation of the command? Okay, this command provides all permission for the user class, or you can say user owner class, read and write permissions for the group class, and read only permission for the other class. Okay, that's done. Now you can save it, WQ. Now delete the file your group member created from the shared files. What is the result of this command? Explain the result under 3D of the file named lab 4. Okay. Okay. So I'm not going to delete a file because they must be created by other students that are working on the server at the moment. But if you try to delete the file, it will give you some kind of a warning or something, and then you just press Y, and then you are able to delete the file. And then, one second. Yeah, so you will be able to delete the file because you have the right permission, and also on the file, and also because you have all the permissions on the folder, which is the shared files folder. So that will allow you to delete the file. So yeah, that's what you can write in lab 3. So I will just do that now. vi lab 4 q3.txt, insert, and then 3d is what was it? I was able to delete the file because I had write permission on this file, and all permissions on the shared files folder or directory. Okay, save that. Okay, and then we will move to the fourth one. Using only one command, set all the files with an extension .txt in your home folder with the following permissions, and place the command you used in question 4 into a text file Q4. Okay, so I don't know if I have text files here. I have these text files. Okay, let me create more. So touch, or let's say echo hello world in test1.txt. Sorry, my bad. Echo hello world test1.txt. Okay, so now we have a few more text files. Oh, by the way, before, for the last question, I think you were supposed to delete all the files that you created, right? Where is it? Oh, it's for the same question. My bad. Okay. No, actually, it's not for the same question. So the files that I created in the shared folder, I have to shared files folder. I have to delete that first. So I'll do that now. Clear rm/home/shared files my underscore 20xxx. Okay, and then the other one was just read only, I think. Okay, so I've deleted the files that I created there. Okay, now moving on to this question, it says set all the files with the extension .txt in the folder with these permissions. So we know to change the permissions, you need to use chmod. Okay, and if you're here, they're not telling you which files. They're telling you all the files that have .txt. For that, if you remember from class, we discussed the wildcards, and from that we know that if you use star, it means everything. So anything and everything will be considered using star. So star, when you write star.txt, it means anything that has txt at end. So any file name that has .txt at the end, you will have to change its permission. So here the permissions that they want us to use are all permissions for the owner. So that means, what's it called? 7 is for all permissions for the owner. And then read and write permission for group members. Read we know is 4, write we know is 2. So 4 plus 2 is 6. So 6 for others, for the group, and read only for everyone. So 4 stands for read only, which will be for everyone. And then star.txt means any file that has .txt on the end. Before running this command, I want you to see ls -l, what the permissions look like. They're actually the same as what we want to, no, they will be a bit different. Okay, but let's see. So chmod 764 star.txt. Now ls -l, if you notice, all of them have now the execute permission for the owner, okay, which is me. I'm the owner, so I have execute permission, but the remaining are same considering what it looked like before. The only new addition is I have execute permission on all of those files. Now I have to place the command in the text file. So vi lab 4q4.txt, and then insert it is chmod 764. This is what, fourth one, right? So okay, chmod 764 star.txt. Okay, escape wq. Okay, we're done with the fourth question. Output the following line, my account details, to a file named lab4_q5. So echo my account details to lab4q5.txt. Okay. Next, run a command to get the line describing your account from the passwd file. If you remember passwd file, it's the file that contains a list of all the usernames. It's in the etc directory. And if you want to get something from, if you want to fetch something from a file, you can use the grep command. So grep, whatever you want to get from /etc passwd. Now what do you want to get? You want to get your details, right? So you will write your account A, whatever your account is. Okay, but because my name is different, my account name is different, I will write my account name here, and see, it prints for me the details for my account. Okay, 1 second. So the same thing will be displayed for your account, but with your details. Okay, but instead of displaying it here, you need to append the output to the file lab4_q5. Now you can use the same command here. I'll just remove the extra space. And then for appending, it's 2 brackets. Okay, append the file lab4q5.txt. Again, it's 2 brackets, lab4q5.txt. Okay, if you now do more on lab4q5.txt, you can see my account details, and then it has the output from the grep command. Okay, append the line all student account details. So for appending, again, you should, let me clear this, you should write echo all student account details, and it should be appended to lab4q5.txt. Okay, so that's done. Get all the user account details of all the students, only student accounts, from the passwd file, and append the result to lab4q5. Okay, so grep Now we know all student accounts, they start with an A, right? So you can use the brackets, the quotations, to search for a specific thing. This means if I write quotations and A, it's going to look for everything that has A in the beginning, okay? And then it will look for this in etc pass wd, and see all these accounts are there. Now, okay, now this command, you need to append it to lab4q5.txt. Okay, now if you view the file lab4q5.txt, it has, you press space and it has all the details. Lastly, append the text user currently logged in. So echo users currently logged in lab4q5.txt, and then followed by the list of all users currently logged in. So you can either use who, or you can either use w, or you can use users, whichever one you prefer. I'll just use who, append that to lab4_q5.txt. Okay, now if I use more lab4q5.txt, it has all of these users who are currently logged in. Okay, perfect. So I think that's it. Oh no, there's more. You need to submit your answers to the theory part in the theory upload, and then you have to also create a tar. How do you create a tar? Tar cvf, and then add all of these files. First of all, write the name lab4, your ID, which is 201234556, whatever number is there, .tar, and then all the files you want to add. So lab4_q1.txt, lab4_q2.txt, then lab4 underscore q3.txt, and then there's more, q4.txt, lab4 q5.txt. Okay, all of the files are added, and then you have to create a zip file. So zip and then the name of the zip file, which is lab4 your student ID 20.zip, and then it should add the tar. You should add the tar file, which is lab4 and the tar file, and that's it. The next thing you would do is you would go to psftp, open student1.bptest.cloud, and then here you have to get lab4, before that, lcd c users, your username and desktop. If you want to use documents, you can use documents instead of desktop. And then finally get lab4_20.zip, and then whatever you find in the documents, in the desktop for lab4 is what you need to upload. Okay, so this file, the zip file, here you need to upload that to Moodle. Okay, I hope this is clear. Take your time, try to practice this as much as you can. This is a very important topic. A lot of questions come from this topic. And so, yeah, try your best to, practice this as much as you can. And if you have any questions, you can let me know. And yeah, thank you for watching.